My name is Fong Choo. I'm a professional studio potter. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I've been here for 30 plus years, since 1983. I went to a small school in North Carolina called Warren Wilson College. Did not know that I was going to be a potter. I was a business major in college, and then took a couple of art classes and just fell in love with art. I like the tactile side of clay, I think. I like the fact that it comes alive, and I think that was probably a draw. You know, things grow out of the wheel. I offer a wide variety of colors, and so from there, it's how I actually learn how to make work. I make my work based on the glazes. I don't make the work and then go, well, let's see how I'm going to glaze these. I'm basically taking glazes in the industry and kind of over melting them in my kiln, and that creates a myriad of colors. I start off with a ball of wet clay, and then I have to knead it like a baker, and I get a ball of clay about, say, 2 pounds prepared, and then I put it onto the pottery wheel. After the shape's done, I let it rest and let it stiffen up, and then I will tool it, shape it, do all at the spouts, at the lids, at the handles, and then let it rest, and then put it into the kiln when it's dry to go through a first firing. After the first firing, which is called a bisque, and after the bisque, then I decide to take it to the table, and I decide on all the colors that I have, and I start to glaze it. The glazing is done by spraying, by layering, by dabbing, just a variety of methods, and then I put it back into the kiln, and it goes through what is called a glaze firing. What's a little unorthodox with my process is that since I over melt the glazes, they tend to run a lot. So I lose a lot of work in my firings, which is okay. I'm perfectly comfortable with that. So I lose about 50–60% now. My roots were essentially utilitarian. I was a functional potter. I made bowls, I made vases, I made big teapots, for a living. In 1994, I had a one-person show actually at the current university that I'm teaching here part-time, Bellarmine University, and I sold out of the event. And at that time, I was exploring these little teapots. I decided, well, maybe that was an omen, that was a calling. So I went and just focused on that form. Ever since then, 94 to now, I've been making one form, the teapot. I decided to move away from it being functional. I look at it as a piece of jewelry, I look at it as a piece of sculpture, but not something that's functional. When you get into the St. Louis Art Fair, you sort of high-five yourself because of the competition, the stiff competition. Come see it. I'm just looking forward to being exhibiting at the St. Louis Art Fair again, because it's one of my favorite shows in the country to exhibit in.